read an excerpt from my essay in progress called Femme Futures. Amanda's eulogy begins. Close friends testify. Her images flit across a projection screen. Amanda cuts construction paper zines with her GSA kids. Next, Amanda waves rhinestone rings in front of her face. She beams towards the sun like a child about to catch a monarch. At Outsider Fest, she stands proud in a black romper, fringe cascades from her arms. Gold belt glints around her waist. Dyed red hair. Her smile dazzles. I picture her saying glitter done, dressed in sparkles, spandex, and cowboy boots, waving jazzercise hands as she choreographs a drag number. She loved whiskey and Dolly and community organizing. A self-described queer high femme charmer from the South, she charged ahead like she could do anything, and maybe she'd adopted that attitude, moving from a one-stoplight town to the queer meccas in Brooklyn and San Francisco. 2. I first met Amanda online when I signed up to be an organizer for the 2010 Femme Conference. The conference chairs introduced us all. Amanda, your application was the best we've ever seen. Of course, I was jealous. Who was this femme? Screen name XX Punky Pinky XX. Like a little sister, I chimed in on email threads right after her. I envied her confidence, the kind that comes from working with 700 GSA kids and hosting drag and burlesque workshops out of Lone Oak, Arkansas. After the Femme Conference, we crossed paths again in the Femme Swamp Revolution video shoot. Set to the tune of Girls Just Wanna Have Fun, we ran around Dolores Park in neon pink and blue. We hoisted a police car piñata between the palm trees. We bludgeoned that piñata with a bat. Pulled down our blindfolds, snorted, handed the bat from femme to femme until the piñata swung wildly in the air, until it had a torn front, bleeding blue, and once it was ripped enough, we tore it apart with our hands. Candy rained to the ground as we sang about smashing the state in a pair of hot pants. And then we descended on the sweets in a frenzy, grabbing and scooping and tearing apart the mini wrappers. We were not proper, not dainty, but grubby and searching. We were sweaty, wild-eyed, smeared lipstick, messy women shoveling chocolate into our mouths. I grew up shopping in Goodwill with my mother, so I remember when Agnes Varda's The Gleaners and I played at the Grand Illusion Theater, 50th and University. I saw tiny figures in a seemingly barren landscape looking for what they could reuse, remake. The sky so wide and unending blue, and that field spanned forever. Is that us? I wondered, thinking of my mom, my friends as we rummaged through pink tags, glitter sales at Seattle Goodwill. We, the Gleaners. After her death, Amanda's closest friends organized a clothing giveaway. It was at Sophie's apartment, but it felt like Amanda's many, many clothes took over and commanded that space. As the overhead fan spun, mermaid tails waved, turquoise glinted at me, cobalt sequins stared out as if Amanda were going to jump up and do Reba McEntire drag. Rainbow clothing strewn across the floor, so many piles, and dresses hung all over the room, sprawled across the sofa. There was a red nightie with a silver sticker, puffy black letters that said, "I love myself." I grabbed the nightie and an unopened glitter palette. I inherited many more of Amanda's accoutrements. Her floor-length leopard gown, her mermaid costume, a gold sequin dress. I was simply overwhelmed by the volume of things. As if she had enough clothes for 2 people, maybe more. What lay under all that weight? She was a thrift store diva, like me. Named a KQED Woman to Watch, it seemed Amanda had so much to live for. I projected that onto her anyway. She desired beauty like me, as though gold eyeshadow and red gingham dresses, rhinestone-encrusted heels could open portals for us. We would don beauty and become it. We could transform, no longer awkward, or shy, or anxious, or simply sad. As we donned rhinestones, mascara, it could take us somewhere else, make us something else. We were secret sisters. We belonged to this sisterhood. So why didn't I do more for her? I'm afraid of memorializing Amanda frozen in time. Could I really do justice in portraying her when I was not actually a close friend, simply someone in organizing communities for so long? In writing about her, have I only captured her dazzling red smiles, projected images of what I made of her? Unlike Amanda, I was lucky. I made it past my 16th birthday, and again past my early 20s. Past the times I laid out on the wooden floor. My family had survived war. What did I know of pain? But it turns out I knew a lot. When I was in my most depressed state, 16 and still closeted, I'd sit in my cinder-block room, aluminum lining the walls, and listen to Bikini Kill on repeat until the tape wore out, until it vomited magnetic guts onto the ground. Depression, they say, is anger turned inward. I listened so much that I could repeat the words on commands, my incantations. Rebel girl, you are the queen of my world. Many people have moved through that feeling, the fear, that one is inherently wrong, a tightness in the throat, a shame burning the belly. There was something the lyrics helped me internalize. Or maybe it was that night I stayed awake all night, walked halfway across the city, stood breathing in the ocean by Pike Place Market. That same night I saw the devil in the doorway. Yeah, I know none of you have stayed up all night and had that happen. I laid awake for hours while it mutated forms. It wasn't just that one and only trip. Maybe it took all those drag cabarets, raves, rock operas, Ladyfest, the Need concert, missing the last bus and walking home so many times. Maybe it took all that to click. I knew that I wasn't the wrong one. I tattooed my wrist. We were the only non-white and mixed family on the block for several blocks, and to top it off, my parents were weird hippies who didn't mow or water their lawn, attracting the attentions of every born-again Christian recruiter. It's true. We were the outcasts of my neighborhood, which I started to wear proudly. Look at me, my purple bell-bottoms screamed, rainbows bursting from my bag, glitter falling from my face, and Cookie Monster in bondage hanging off my backpack. I was a queer teenager. It was the 90s. That's where we put our creativity. Resistance kept me alive. The thing is, I come from a line of crazy bitches and immigrants who just will not die.